How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Rurouni Kenshin 2023 episode review. Today's episode is episode 14, Yahiko's battle. And before I go any further, it's not that much of a battle for you to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of more videos like this. And go ahead, drop a comment down there. I want to know what you think of the episode or you think of the review. Did I miss something? Got something you want to add? Have you enjoyed the series so far? I think we're officially in part 2 territory because typically when they do their cours, this is what they call one, the part ones and part twos of animes. Typically, you would start at episode, you would end at 12 or 13, and we're at 14. And the reason why I say this is part 2, not only did they put a video up talking about core 2 with a new intro and a new outro, we're going to talk about that new intro real quick. I feel like that intro, as it shows all scenes from the first previous 13 episodes, I feel as though it is about the two men inhabiting this one body. There's the Hikitori Batosai and there's the Rurouni Kenshin Himura. It's pretty cool. One with the scar, one without the scar. Because, scar on one side of his face, scar without missing on the other side. It's very, very cool visual. That outro is good too. Oh yeah, I think the intro is jazz. I used to play jazz. I'm a bit of a saxophone player myself, so I love that intro. Outro's pretty good too, but nothing's probably gonna beat Rio's Edge, especially the music video for that. So I'm gonna see if I can put that intro and outro in the description below. But yes, of all of the things that I remember from that original anime, not just the Kuragato battle, not just the fight with the Oniwaban Shu, not even the Kyoto arc, one of the best arcs in all of anime. Not just the Inishi stuff, well, that's from the manga, but one of the things I remember deeply is the peculiars of this episode. The how to fight multiple people when you're not, Himura Batosai. Or, Sanosuke, formerly the Zanba. And this is all about Yahiko secretly running off. He does it a lot. Yahiko even goes, look, I train 6 days a week. 4 of those days I'm there on time. I think what I do is okay. Because, Kenshin, Sano, and Kaoru wonder what's going on. Kaoru thinks he's sneaking off to eat food. Sanosuke thinks that it's about a girl. And Kenshin's like, it's probably training. And of course, they're laughing at Kenshin, and they both run off. But Kenshin straight up asks him, "Where's you going?" And he says this. Of course, I think the next day, or at least a week later, they follow the boy. It's funny because they're on top of the gate, and he's looking around, doesn't close the damn door. Like, come on, Yahiko, come on, bro. And he follows him. He goes to the. I am ashamed of myself because I was not ready for myself to tell you the name of the place where they get the hot pot. I'm definitely going to give you the name because I'm not doing that. I feel like I have failed if I do not tell you the name. Name of the place where they get the hot pot is Akabiko. And you guys remember Tay, the young lady that works there? Well, Yahiko promised her to not tell them that he started working there. And there's a young lady in the back named Sumebe. Oh, yeah, Subame-chan. Of course, she calls Yahiko Yahiko-chan, which roughly translates to little Yahiko. And then she calls him Yahiko-kun. But she worked there after he got there. And, he's picking up the extra coals. He's talking about his training for his legs. And eventually, later on, we do see him say, this is tougher training than what Kaoru has me doing. But I think it can help me get that. We find out what that is much later. And I'll bring up what that is much later. But, yeah, it's not a girl. It's not the food. It's not training. It's kind of all three, but at the same time, not all three. Our basis of this episode is Subame-chan is the poor daughter of a former samurai that served under this man named Lord Mikio. Mikio and his band of former samurai, he's former vassals, former samurais, and people like that. They wanted her to get the key mold so they can break in and steal the money because the owner of the Akabiko doesn't keep the money there. He takes it home. So they want to break in. And she's like, please don't do it. Don't shame the family. And I love Yahiko, coming out of nowhere, literally saying, hey, Meiji era is in its 10th year. You guys still doing that master servant stuff? And Yahiko does a great job. He kicks these dudes' butts. It is without a doubt his training under Kaoru with a little bit of supervision from Kenshin. He's able to kick these dudes' butts. But when they gang up on him, because the leader throws a wooden sword at his feet, getting the fall. Special move, by the way. They all beat him up, and obviously she gives the thing. Now, it's cool because Kenshin sees it and he stops Kaoru from interfering. And he tells him, look, it's different if he comes to us, but we're not supposed to be here. On top of that, you can't get stronger if everybody keeps fighting your battles. Now, Sanosuke, I love Sanosuke because Sanosuke goes, it is said that lions throw their cubs into a den of abyss so they can get stronger. But, and I love the but, because eventually he even tells Kenshin, I knew that you were not ruthless to just throw him in there, that you would watch him. Because, yeah, when it comes to the final battle that Yahiko has, all of them are there. And they think that he doesn't see them. It's a brilliant episode. Because even Yahiko tells Tsubame-chan, I told her earlier, I don't like, people that cry and sobby all the time. And he tells her, look, don't feel bad. You didn't rope me into this. I put my nose in this. I got in this. And we even hear his rational thoughts. He's not going to bother Kenshin and Sanosuke or Kaoru over this because this is beneath them. They just fought the Oniwa Banshu. This bunch of thugs, no. And he's going to figure out how to do this himself. And he even sets up a little apparatus in at the dojo where he could practice hitting multiple targets. But Sanosuke is like, that's a toy. And Kaoru tells him, hey, look, you can hit these things, but several things go into are factored in when you fight multiple people: coordination, waves, sounds, the surrounding area. These are just boards. You got to take all that into consideration. He gets frustrated and he goes straight to Kenshin. And Kenshin, like, those two are very overtly having a hand in it. And Kenshin's just still he does laundry. That's Kenshin's thing. And when Yahiko asks him, hey, is there a way to, beat multiple people? He's like, well, during the Bakamatsu era, basically, you pretend to run away. Requires a lot of good, strong legs, but you pretend to run away. Naturally, the faster ones will get to you first. You turn around, you beat them up, and then you do it again consecutive times. And, he's like, they're trying to tell him, you can't train for stuff like this in a day. But if you take into consideration where you're fighting so that you can beat opponents one by one, he overtly says this in the original one. It was kind of, I don't want to say moon runes because that's kind of disrespectful when I think about it. It was very sage-like speak because he didn't flat out say it, but he basically says, get him to a place where you can file them one by one. Now, Yahiko knows that it's going to take him a day to make the key. So the next night they're going to go and he's there and he steals the key from them. He does the plan. He gets them in the row and he knocks them out. But the bad guy, the main head, is like, I know what he's doing. Look, guys, we're just going to overrun him. And, if we got to kill him, we got to kill one or two people and bury him. And it's whatever. His own men are just like, I don't want to do that. And when they look to the roof with the moon at their backs, it's Sanosuke and a death glaring Kenshin. They're behind, Yahoo goes on the ground, they're behind him. And it's hilarious because they're like, cross-shaped scar, that's the strong dude. Oh no, and wait, is that Zanba? I ain't doing that. And they leave. They run. Yahiko did knock out like 4 or 5 of them. So now they hide back down. It's time for him to fight this guy. And this dude has a real blade. Looks like a king's sword. And his fighting style was Mikio Nagaoka Ryu. Because I think that's his name. Mikio Nagaoka Ryu. It seems like your family name and your lordship name is what makes up your Ryu style. So, but Yahiko's doing the dodging and stuff, and because of Kaoru's training, he can see the blade coming. He can keep up with this guy. And when Tsubame kind of peeks around, because she's been here the whole time, and she was thinking, Kaoru appears behind her like, hey, let him do this. He needs to fight. And Kaoru gives some really good advice to not only Tsubame, but to Yahiko. Before the morning before he goes to do this, he tells him, Kamiya Kashin Ryu is a sword that gives life. So when you using your sword to protect somebody, you cannot lose. Because even if you lose, it's not just yourself. The people who you're protecting, they're gonna get hurt if you don't win. So defeat is not an option. He's like, yeah. And he remembers those words when Tsubame calls out to him, because dude's gonna do his attack is called the Sure Kill Ukiya. Oh goodness, I didn't write that down correctly. I know I didn't. Sure Kill what, Shane? Where's this thing at? It's called Sure Kill something, and I definitely Sure Kill Ukiyashi Drop. Cool name, but it's like, but it's just a low, kind of like a low hit at the feet. And Kaoru tells, before I forget, Tsubame-chan, hey, leave this up to Yahiko. Yahiko will solve this, but when he wins this battle, I need you to do something. I need you to give up that whole feeling indebted to somebody, this whole master servant thing. Because, look, the whole point of the Meiji era is for the 4 classes to finally be equal, to have some equity, right? You have to, in order for us to finally get into this new era, it's not just the laws changing. People's hearts need to change. Good on Kaoru, man. Because you would think, and it's crazy, right? She's training Yahiko, who probably will be stronger than her. He probably is. I'll be stronger than her. Yeah, he is. And you would think, oh, she's been a damsel twice. She can beat up weaker foes just like Yahiko can because she has the training. But she's really good at giving advice. Like, she has good words of wisdom. Even the words she said to Kenshin a couple of times about, you don't have to always run off and things like that. Let me know you coming home to me. Girl, I heard that. Yeah. But I digress. Once dude moves in and he does the Sure Kill Ukiyashi drop, and Yahiko thinks he's going to cut his right foot, he sees Tsubame. He's like, I can't lose. And he just stomps on the blade. It's a cool counter. Puts one hit to the head. Bop. Dude's knocked out. Now, in my mind, while I'm watching this, I'm going, how could he not hear those men say cross-shaped scar and Zanba? And Kaoru is literally right there. She's not hiding to the side like this. She's right here. The girlie's right here. So he goes, so what are you doing here, Kaoru? And by the way, you two, I know you're up there on the roof. These fools, Kenshin and Sanosuke, these fools tried to imitate cicadas. They went, wow, 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 wow. He's like, no, you're not cicada. It's hilarious. And Kaoru's going to walk her home. But we finally get to the reason on why Yahiko has been working. He wants to buy a Sakabato. He says he wants to be as strong as Kenshin, if not stronger, so he needs to get the Sakabato. And of course, Kaoru heard this. Don't tell her that she already heard it. She's laughing. And Sanosuke's laughing. They're teasing a little guy. He's little brother. And Kenshin says, pats him. I think he pats him on the head. Tells him Sakabato costs a lot. Just plainly. He goes, it does? And he's like, that it does. And this is such a small thing that I feel like people can miss it if you don't pay attention. Maybe it's obvious, but I'm going to point out the obvious regardless of such. Him saying it costs a lot. Think about what it cost Kenshin for that blade. He has literally ended the lives of hundreds of men during, how long was that Bakamatsu era? Like maybe 5 years, if not, maybe about 5 years. maybe a little bit less, but he has ended many lives. He has had some internal suffering, because you can even tell the man that he was back then was an honorable guy, but you're fighting for a cause. And the price of that is pretty heavy to get to the point where he is now, where he's using a blade that does not kill, that does not cut unless you flip it around. That's a heavy cost. And it kind of feels like Yahiko understood it, but he didn't understand it. Kaoru does call out his shallow kid thinking about thinking he could train in a day and try to beat multiple people. But Kenshin treats him. Kenshin treats him how Yahiko wants to be treated. And that kind of gets him to soften up. Even when they first met, he's like, "Oh, I apologize. You're not a kid. You're a man. Gotcha. You're a swordsman. I adore it." Kenshin is big brother mode. Sanosuke is also big brother, but annoying brother that's closer to your age, right? It's adorable. Good job. Good job, guys. What am I missing here? Ending screen. So there was a scene after the end song, whereas Yahiko trained again. And he touches his arms here, and he touches his arms right here. You gotta feel the back of them arms. You gotta feel the muscle here, and he's like, "All right, cool," and goes right back to it. I love that. Next, what is the next episode? I wrote down. Oh, next episode is called "That Man," Raijuta. Don't know who that is. I've forgotten this part already. I'm intrigued, to say the least. Does look like Henshin's gonna get into another fight, so. But yeah, we got the Yahiko episode, and this wasn't bad. I remember the original when the plan was get him in a single file and you knock him out single file. Don't remember the other parts. I'm pretty sure the other parts were there too, but the single file thing is what I remember. And you can see this in like other stuff you watch. If you pay attention to people fighting multiple foes down corridors, you do see them going, all right, beat them one at a time. Although I'm trying to think of like hallway fights, and the inventor of hallway fights, Daredevil, the Netflix Daredevil. I don't think he got him in the hallway. It's just like, oh, dude ran past me, beat this dude, didn't forget about you. It's an interesting thing to look for when you're watching samurai or sword stuff. Though most anime is on the I don't want to say fantastical side. It's much of when you see Kenshin get surrounded. So this was some nice little bit of understanding and realism. I like it. I like it a lot. Personally, 4 out of 5. Really, really good Yahiko episode. It didn't. It highlighted how much how much they care for the boy. They also highlighted his strength of conviction, him willing to go out, try to do things on his own. It shows how much, while Sanosuke is right, Kenshin did say it was Yahiko's battle, but you knew he wasn't going to let him fight a bunch of grown adults by himself. He wasn't going to do that. No way in hell. So I'm going to let you do the part that you can, back you up like a good parent should, like a good older sibling should. Good episode. I love it. 4 out of 5 from me. What did you think? I like it. I'm very, very surprised I didn't take a break. So we're going to get Kenshin probably all the way until the new year. Yeah, probably gonna get them all the way to the new year. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it, especially looking forward to whoever Rajuta is. So please let me know what you thought of the episode in the comment section down below. What do you think of the new intro and the new outro? They're pretty fun, pretty good. Saito is in the ending, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Saito soon. Mr. Cigarette Smoke, Mr. What's the name of that group? Shinsengumi. Can't wait. We get the the trifecta of swordsmen, him, Aoshi, and Kenshin. I'm looking forward to his arrival. So again, leave a comment down there. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of more videos such as this one, guys. I thank you for taking some time out to listen to me. Don't worry, the One Piece, the Loki, and the Pokemon will be coming within these next 2 days. I promise you that. You'll get the One Piece before next Saturday. I can guarantee that. So please be good, be blessed. Wash those hands, drink you some water. All right. Stay hydrated. All right. Be good to yourselves, be good to others. Either way it goes, don't be a jerk. Make sure you're staying safe out there. And remember, there are people out there that care about you. All right. So reach out to someone, talk to somebody. There are people that would rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. I can promise you that. Leave me, follow me. Social media is right down there. Leave me a message. Tell me what you think of the videos. If you don't want to leave a comment down for everyone to see, but I think you should. It's good for engagement. Help a brother out, please. But again, I won't be a jerk if you don't be a jerk. So follow me. Leave me a message. I'd love to hear from you guys. With all that being said, guys, I cannot wait to talk to you next week about Rurouni Kenshin. And much how Kenshin said to Yahiko when he ran off, I'm going to leave you with Oro.